Good morning and welcome to Kid News. I'm Tori. Today is Monday, July 27th, 2020. And we begin with final farewells for the man called one of the greatest heroes of American history and the conscience of the Congress. Today, a motorcade carrying civil rights champion John Lewis will wind its way through Washington, D.C., on its way to the U.S. Capitol, passing through significant locations like Black Lives Matter Plaza, the site of his last public appearance. After a private ceremony for his colleagues, Representative Lewis will then lie in state for viewing this afternoon and tomorrow. As a COVID-19 precaution, that honor will take place outdoors at the top of the East Front Steps. Mr. Lewis began his civil rights activism when he was 15 and, by his own estimation, was arrested more than 40 times fighting for equal rights and racial justice. He passed away last week. The funeral for the 17-term congressman will take place Thursday in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Douglas, and he's threatening to be only the third hurricane in modern history to make landfall in Hawaii. And while the system isn't big, only a Category 1 on a scale of 5, it poses a triple threat from heavy wind, driving rain, and strong surf. Right now, Douglas is moving in on the islands of Oahu, Maui, and Kauai. If it doesn't track up and away, it'll join the rare hurricane ranks of Iniki, which hit the Aloha state in 1992 as a Category 4, and Dot, which made landfall as a Category 1 in 1959. Another weather punch, Hannah, landed in southern Texas yesterday as a hurricane before getting downgraded to a tropical storm. Up to a foot of rain was expected in some locations. Believe it or not, we are now only 99 days to Election Day. According to CBS and its Battleground Tracker poll, President Trump holds a narrow lead over Mr. Biden in Ohio, but the former vice president is comfortably ahead in Michigan. Both states are considered key to winning in November. The survey also questioned parents coast to coast about whether schools should reopen. 19% said yes, 34% favor a hybrid approach, while 46% say all fall learning should be done online only. And even if schools do welcome students back to class, nearly a third of those asked said they still plan to keep their kids home, a statistic which is leading many parents to consider forming pods to supplement or even replace the distance teaching offered by their districts. If you're among those considering podding, check out Planning for Pods, a new blog on our website at www.kidnews.org. Even the first family may want to give it a read. The school in Maryland, attended by the president's 14-year-old son, just announced that, at best, it will offer a hybrid model in the fall, but it's also possible it will go all online. There will be no summer blockbusters. For the fourth time since March, Disney has pulled the plug on releasing Mulan, and this time it's not even bothering to reschedule it. What's more, an entire decade of films is now getting the COVID-19 treatment. The company has announced that all scheduled Star Wars and Avatar sequels between 2021 and 2027 are being pushed back at least a year. That means there will be no Avatar 2 next year, and no new Star Wars film in 2022. Also sliding down the calendar, the Top Gun follow-up Maverick. It was due out in December, but Paramount now says it won't hit the big screen until July of 2021. The football team, formerly known as the Redskins, will take its time picking a new name. Effective immediately, it will be known only as the Washington Football Club. The team is in the process of retiring the old racially insensitive moniker and hopes to have it scrubbed from all physical and digital spaces by its season opener with the Philadelphia Eagles on September 13th. The burgundy and gold color scheme will stay for now, but the logo on helmets will be replaced by player numbers. Experts say a new name and complete rebranding with input from players, alumni, fans, community, and sponsors could take up to 18 months. That's it for Kid News. Now our Kid News quiz. Who will lie in state at the nation's capital today and tomorrow? U.S. Representative and civil rights activist John Lewis. How many days until the presidential election? 99. What is the placeholder name of Washington, D.C.'s football team? The Washington Football Club. What movie's release has now been postponed 4 times? Disney's Mulan. In One for the Road. Taylor Swift apparently kept herself pretty busy during lockdown. The pop star surprised her fan base by dropping a new 16-song album late last week. Critics are wowed, and so too are music lovers. Folklore sold 1.3 million copies in its first 24 hours and set 2 new streaming records, one for a female artist and the other for a pop album. Before we go, we have KidNuz birthday shout-outs for Alexander in Wilmette, Illinois, Jesse in Los Angeles, California, Lily in Rock Hill, South Carolina, John in Wilmington, North Carolina, Ingram in Tarrytown, New York, Michaela in Grayson, Georgia, Finley in Snoqualmie, Washington, John and Ryan in Richmond, Virginia, and in Massachusetts, Emma in Wellesley and Max in Wayland. Thanks for listening. Please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.